Good evening, high school basketball fans from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. Johnny Fogel, alongside Braden Solomon and Varsity Media Foundation, brings you tonight's matchup between the Saguaro SaberCats and the Mesquite Wildcats. Saguaro enters tonight's matchup at 13 and 6, ranked 39th in Arizona, led by one of the most productive backcourts in the Desert Sky region. Mesquite comes in ranked 89th. 8 and 12 record, leading on their senior leadership and experience to stay competitive through a demanding schedule. Introducing my broadcasting partner, who I just said brought Braden Solomon. Braden, these two teams last met 21 days ago, back on January 6th, over at Mesquite High School, a 74-69 Saguaro win in a late game. When these teams played 3 weeks ago at Mesquite, Saguaro got 26 from Peace Harrington and double figures from Justice Hines and Nas Haley, while Mesquite was led by Taj Deloney and Oliver Rogers. What stands out to you heading into this rematch tonight, Braden?
I think just like you said, just these two teams have two main scorers that can facilitate the offense, find open guys, and put baskets in for themselves. I think just seeing that continuation today from both teams will give us a good matchup to watch today.
Like we just mentioned, Braden Suero showed balance last time with 3 scores in double figures. How important is it for that backcourt to set the tone early again tonight at home?
It's huge because we've seen Saguaro when they get off early and set the tone early, they really never let that lead go. They keep their foot on the gas and just never give that other team a chance to come back and come out with a victory.
And for Mesquite, they leaned heavily on Deloney and Rogers in that first meeting. How critical is it for them to control the tempo tonight to stay within reach?
It's definitely very critical because Mesquite's defense is not the best defense. They've allowed 77 points per game in their last four. So I think if their offense can get their tempo going, get their pace, get their shots they're looking for, and just manage their defense well, I think they'll be just fine in this game.
And Braden's keys to the game, or should we call them Suaro's keys to the game? Excuse me. What are they, Braden?
So yeah, first one will be pierce the paint. In their last matchup, Saguaro shot 5% from three. So obviously, I think they just need to focus on taking the ball to the rim, taking the easy shots, and putting the points on the scoreboard. And the second one, pace for power. Pace, they just need to control their pace, play their style of basketball, and not force power shots, aggressiveness, and just stay their game. And justice if serves, when talking about that, Saguaro's team is really good at stealing the basketball and taking possessions away from Mesquite. They need to continue doing that, give themselves extra points at scoring, and just extend this lead as much as they can. And the last one and one, they just we've seen them get a lot of second chance opportunities and put the shots in the basket. They need to continue this against this team, a team that's shown that they're just a struggle on the defense, and we'll see how it goes.
Anchor for Cronkite News, and I was a videographer for the State Press, covering highlights for some of ASU's football games, hockey games, basketball games, and more. I look forward to covering your favorite teams these next few months, and I'll see you soon.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brianna Carrillo. I'm currently studying sports journalism and digital marketing at Arizona State University. This year, I'm going to be working with Varsity Sports Show to bring you the latest sports news from Phoenix, Arizona. I've worked as a production assistant for a couple of years now for bodybuilding shows over the years, and I'm excited to continue telling more athlete stories with Varsity Sports Show.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick Rashke. I'm a junior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism, and I'm thrilled to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this spring. I was born in the provinces of Vietnam and grew up in Chicago, which has a very vibrant sports culture. Professionally, I want to be a writer, be the one to break news, cover games, but also tell the untold stories from beyond the field. In my time with Varsity, I hope to expand my horizons as a broadcaster, and I look forward to covering the best sports in the Valley.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a junior at U.
Set the lineups.
Number one, Jordan. Number three, Noah Garland. Number 13, Taj Deloney. Number 24, Jonathan Bashari. Number 32, Brady Miller. The Wildcats are coached by Coach Nick Prentice. And now, your SaberCats, starting 5. Number 1, Haley. Number 3, Justin Carr. Number 4, Isaac Knight. Number 5, Pierce Harrington. Number 15, Bentley Elrod. This year they took coach by associate head coach Brock Lemon.
Starting lineup today for the Saguaro Sabercats. Number 5, Pierce Harrington, the sophomore. Nas Haley, number 1, the sophomore. Justice Hines, number 3, the senior. Number 15, Bentley Elrod, the sophomore. And scratch from the lineup, no Joe Miller. So it will be number 4, Isaac Nat. And then for the Wildcats, it'll be Crew Jordy, number 1, Braden Miller, number 32, Noah Garvin, number 3, Donovan Richard, number 24, and Taj Deloney, number 13. We'll have Bentley Elrod and Donovan Richard tip it off for us. Glad you're with us in Scottsdale for this one. The hometown Sabercats in their white uniforms, black numbers, and the visiting Wildcats in their away black uniforms with white numbers. Let's get ready to tip it off. Glad you're with us on a Tuesday. And the tip is won by the Sabercats, and it's controlled by Pierce Harrington, the conference's leading scorer, who we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Braden.
Yeah, Pierce is just he's their number one guy they go to. Whether that's behind the arc, towards the rim, that's just the guy they want to go to.
And Haley gets the scoring started for the Sabercats, 2-0 into this one very quickly, as Garvey will move it around quickly for Crew Jordy. Little 2-3 zone for the Sabercats, Braden.
Yeah, it seems like that's their kind of motto on defense. Just play the zone, have their big man stay in the paint, rotate over, and just pick up their guy who's ever close to them.
And a lot of noise coming from this bench. We know that there's no coach Ramirez tonight, but instead we have Brock Lemon. How do you expect that to factor into this game for the Sabercats, Braden, as a long 3 is taken and goes long for the Wildcats?
I honestly don't expect too much because, he's still part of their staff. It's not like he's first come, first serve for them. So I think they're still going to play their style of basketball and just play the game they know how to play.
Shot goes long, and here comes the Wildcats on the break. It's controlled by Crew Jordy in the front court. A 3 is no good, but an offensive rebound for the Cats. Lefty floater is up and good for Taj Deloney. 2-2 early on in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a big thing I talked about earlier. Second chance opportunities. If both teams are going to have the opportunity to come out with a victory, whoever comes out with more second chance opportunities is going to be the one victorious tonight.
And here's Hines, kick to the corner. It's Elrod, the sophomore, looking for the turnaround on the baseline. Airballs it. Rebound, Garvey pushing. Garvey to Deloy. Just scored. He misses this one, the lefty. Rebound by Harrington, and they're going to push into a 5-on-5 fast break. Here come the Cats. And the conference's leading scorer to the rim, and he's on the board, 4-2.
And that's what he did great against Mesquite in their last matchup, taking the ball to the rim, taking their easy layups, and scoring it in.
26 points last time around in that victory for the Sabercats. Here comes Jordy, the senior, on the baseline, defended tightly, and that ball is stolen away. Who do we talk about in the pregame? Up and in, Justice Hines. He averages 3.7 steals a game. Timeout, Sabercats. They're up 6-2. What'd you see there, Braden?
Big steal, like we said earlier in the game. More steals, the more opportunities to score and to extend this lead. They're going to need to continue doing this throughout the game if they want to come out victorious.
And what we talk about earlier in this game, justice for justice. I don't think they're going to be able to take him to court. I don't think they're going to be able to take him to the police. This guy averages the most steals in the conference, and he's already showing you early on in this game how he gets his hands in the passing lane.
Yeah, it seems like he's one step ahead. Whenever Mesquite's trying to pass around, it seems like wherever that next pass is coming, he's in that area, he's jumping in immediately and taking it over.
Under the basket on their side of the backcourt, Braden Miller to inbound for the Wildcats into Crew Jordy. Glad you're with us on the Varsity Media Foundation live from Scottsdale. 6-2 early on. Here's Jordy with it into the corner for Richards. Richard, Jordy, Garvey, a long three, no good. Third missed three for the Wildcats. Offensive rebound falls to Richards, and it's up and good. 6-4. Coach Lemon does not like that one, Braden.
No, another second chance opportunity for the Wildcats. Saguaro has to tighten down on their defense. Whenever the ball is on the ground, they got to secure it and take it and move it down the offensive end.
Elrod short on the three, and the Wildcats moving quickly. Nice touch pass, but it looks like Braden Miller, the senior, wasn't ready for it, and it'll go out of bounds. SaberCats ball. And Pierce Harrington going to take the ball up now. And what looked like a 2-3 zone at the beginning, it's now looking like man-to-man for the Wildcats as Harrington missed the three, rebound to Richards. Kick to the corner, it's Jordy for three. No good. And a lot of chuck and miss, and this one will be called a reach, going the other way.
Yeah, it seems like both these teams, whenever they're shooting these three-point shots, both teams are kind of boxing their man out, securing the offensive rebound, or defensive rebound, excuse me, and taking up the court.
And Pierce Harrington subbed off, actually. Some words from Coach Lemon that time as number 13
McKenna Ipum
comes into the game for the SaberCats. Here's Haley, or Hines rather. Ball lost on the ground, fought for. Referee says that the SaberCats were laying out of bounds. It'll be Wildcats ball moving left to right now.
Seems like Saguaro kind of slowed down the ball in offense. Seems like they're trying to force that pass, try to move their guys towards the paint, do all their cuts, whatever they have to do. They just need to slow down and play their type of basketball.
Wildcats with it. Jordy, Deloy to the rim, misses it. Another offensive rebound, and Richards scores his second basket. We're tied at 6.
Second chance opportunities. That's been Mesquite's thing so far.
Tough shot. No good by the SaberCats. Rebound. Here comes Deloy pushing quickly for the Wildcats. Bounce pass to Garvey. Couldn't get a handle on it, but now he controls it in the paint. Fall away for Deloy, who hits the shot. 8-6 Wildcats, and they move quickly in the fast break. Elrod to the rim. He misses. Another rebound. Richard has it. Controlled by Deloy, and Wildcats moving quickly as we just talked about. Richard guarded by Hines. Here's Jordy at the top of the key, moving left, drives right, and finishes with his right hand off the glass, 10-6.
Just high percentage shots for these Wildcats so far. They're taking whatever they see is open and just they're taking their good shots.
SaberCats probing. Elrod thought about the three, faked it, goes into the paint, lost the handle on the ball. It's a steal for Richards. And here come the Wildcats moving quickly into the front court again. Their 5th steal of the quarter. Here's Garvey thinking about the three, driving left, down low to Richards, who scores again, his 8th point in this first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like they are just the more dominant team so far. Like we said earlier, Mesquite needs to set the tempo themselves. Because once they can set the tempo themselves, they're able to control the game however they need to.
It's in the corner for Nat, who rattles home a three, and that was much needed for the SaberCats. But quick tempo, corner three for Jordy. No good, rebounded by Nat, who just hit the three. Here comes Hines moving quickly into the front court. 3-on-5, and he'll slow it up for the SaberCats. Hines moving around the free throw line, and they're going to call a travel. Turnover, Wildcats ball.
Turnovers has been the killer thing so far for the SaberCats. As we just saw, and travel and out of bounds earlier in the game. They need to slow their pace down and play their type of basketball.
Braden Miller under the basket, inbounded it to Crew Jordy. 9-12 if you're just joining us in Scottsdale, early stages of the first quarter. Wildcats lead the SaberCats, as this is a travel on the other side, so back-to-back travels for each team will go the other way, as Harrington came back into the game on the last dead ball, Braden.
Now this will be a big possession for Saguaro. Obviously we see it's a 3-point game. If they can get a basket right here, cut their deficit, and then just slow it down for themselves. They don't have to rush it at all. They just need to play their basketball, play through Harrington, and play through
Haley, and that's another travel. 3 consecutive possessions split between the two teams, all resulting in travels. And it's still 9-12 with 2:03 left in the first quarter. Wildcats moving quickly, looking to move a little cleaner. And how do they get a little more continuity in their offense, Braden?
You know, they just gotta keep moving the ball around, find their guys open. Here we go.
Jordy, 3, no good. Richards, another offensive rebound. It's 14-9.
Mesquite has been dominating these second chance opportunities so far.
Harrington swinging the ball to Nat. Nat to Haley. Haley drives with his right, puts it up and in. It's 14-11. Tough finish by the sophomore, number 1. Here's Deloy to Miller. Deloy thought about it. Over the head pass. Richards is on fire. Another basket for number 24.
Just quick passing, quick movements in the paint, and it's just been the key success so far for the Wildcats.
Nat faked the corner 3, now drives at the free throw line. Tough shot off the front rim. Ball is fought for and will stay here. Some substitutions now for the Cats. Evan Benward off for Justice Hines and Bentley Elrod. As we stay down here, Pierce Harrington to inbound with 1:03 to go. Elrod catch and shoot 3 in the left corner, comes up with an air ball. Ball out of bounds, fought for. It's Akina Apum, and he couldn't come up with the ball, so it's Wildcats ball moving left to right. With under a minute to go in this first quarter, it's Jordy to Garvey. Garvey kick to Jordy on the far side. Not a lot of dribbling. Here's a 3 from the top of the key for the Wildcats. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Justice Hines, who's moving quickly into the front court. Hines splitting defenders. Picked up his dribble. Elrod pass to the corner. Apum for 3. No good. Rebound is Hines. Down low. Elrod lefty layup is good.
And that's Saguaro basketball. That's what we know. Get those second chance opportunities, pass it, and get it to the open man.
Under 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. SaberCats down 13-16. Wildcats moving it up at the top of the key right now. Noah Garvin to Jordy. Here's Garvin holding it tight. Under 10 seconds to go. Pass to Jordy. Swinging the ball, looking. Jordy catch and shoot 3. No good. Rebound to Harrington. Full court heave at the buzzer is no good. And at the end of 1, it's 13-16 Wildcats. Braden, what'd you see at the end of that first quarter? The SaberCats were able to cut it down to 3 and got a little more continuity with their offense.
You know, at that start of the first quarter, it was really sloppy basketball for Saguaro offensively. Just turnovers, whether it's out of bounds plays, travels. They were forcing shots, they were rushing the pace, and they just needed to play their basketball.
And now we're going to send it down to Hannah Flanagan, our field correspondent. Thanks, Hannah. And going into this second quarter for the SaberCats, we saw the Wildcats action. I hate to mumble my words a little bit there, Braden, but we saw the Wildcats were moving very quickly within the fast break every time they were getting a rebound. How hard do you think it's going to be to keep up with this pace for 4 quarters for the SaberCats?
I don't think it'll be that hard for the SaberCats. I think if they are able to just slow themselves down offensively, it's going to force Mesquite to have to slow down because by that pace, they won't be able to play that high, quick-powered offense they're looking to play so far.
And if you're just joining us, you're listening on the Varsity Media Foundation. 16-13 Mesquite Wildcats on the road, up on the Saguaro SaberCats. Starting with the ball, left to right. Start this second quarter. Here's a baseball pass across to Jordy. Looking like he picked up his dribble foot. Not going to get it. Garvin thought about a long 3. This one's kicked. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Garvin inside for the Wildcats. Tough shot is good. What a tough shot for the Wildcats. And it's 18-13 now. Hines quickly all the way. 15-18. SaberCats starting to answer these after a slow start, but they're starting to get a little more continuity with their offense, Braden.
Yeah, they're playing great defense right now. You see they're shifting over. They're kind of trapping them at the top of the key. but they're just Mesquite's just finding open shots and taking really good looks so far.
And Donovan Richard, the senior, another basket. He was on fire in that first quarter. Right back to it is Harrington all the way. Tough finish and one, and the conference's leading scorer puts one on the highlight reel.
And that's their bread and butter. Take it to the rim, take the shot. If you get a foul, great. If not, put it up and try to score.
Little English there. 6'1", and he looks a little bit shorter than that, what he's listed on the websites, but he has great touch around the rim. We saw in the last game that we covered of his, he's a great shooter. What do you like about his game the most as he goes to the line?
I just think his ability to take it to the paint. He's very shifty. He's able to just drive it to, whether it's to the right, to the left, up the middle. He's just able to penetrate towards the paint and put it up against the backboard.
Here's Deloney moving the ball, 18-12, Wildcats leading. Very tight 2-3 zone from the SaberCats. This ball is passed inside, up, and good for the Wildcats. Lead back up to 4 for Darius Hamilton, the forward. Hines with it, looking to move it, has it back in his hands, cross. Lefty layup, missed it, beautiful move. Just couldn't get the finish. Pierce Harrington got his hand in the lane, couldn't get it. Ball flown up to Richards. Richard threw it out of bounds, looking for Hamilton, and some serendipity for the SaberCats.
Yeah, it seems like Mesquite is kind of playing their style of basketball. Feed it to the open man, slow them down. If you got to speed it up and get it out. It seems like Saguaro is trying to be a little flaunty, use a lot of finesse on their shots. I think they just need to do the fundamental type shots and take their points.
Justice Hines subs out for Pierce Foster, the sophomore, number 10, as the SaberCats take it down the court. Harrington tried to kick it to the corner. He's called for his second travel. And Braden, he moves into the paint. He immediately picks up his pivot foot. Didn't argue with the ref. Can't be surprised by that call.
Yeah, no, you know what happens. These guys, when they're driving, they stop. Their pivot foot picks up, and it's just the travel's gonna be called.
Oliver Rogers with the ball, pass to Deloney right now for the Wildcats. Deloney at the top of the key, driving in left. Pass to Hamilton, who scores his second basket in as many tries, and lead is back up to 6 for the Wildcats.
They've given Hamilton really simple off against the backboard shots. It seems like they need to close his gap, close the openings for himself, and just shut him down.
SaberCats kick to the corner. It's Foster. Foster to Nat. Nat controlling it in the corner, looking to Haley. Haley looking to pull up for 3. Still dribbling, though, at the free throw line. Pull up 2 is no good. Rebound corralled by Foster. Pass out to Harrington. Tough offensive rebound, and it's a new possession. Nat 3, top of the key.
And that was a huge possession for the SaberCats. They needed that. They needed a second chance opportunity, find their open guy, and they took that shot, and 3 was counted.
Lead down to 3 with under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Wildcats up. Deloney controlling with Harrington on him. Here's Rogers. Bounce pass, dangerous inside to Miller, and Miller makes him pay with the right.
Seems like Mesquite is they're playing their basketball. Even though Saguaro's scoring and kind of trimming this lead, they're just staying in their game and putting points on this scoreboard.
And Elrod fouled on the arm. Oliver Rogers, the senior guard, number 4, picks up the foul this time. It'll be under the basket for number 5, Pierce Harrington, and the SaberCats down 26-21. Harrington in to Elrod, back to Harrington. Perfect give and go. Lead back down to 3. What a fantastic play by the SaberCats.
That's how it's done. Pass it up, get it back to him, and put it up.
Rogers to Deloney, driving right. Deloney looking back out into the corner. Deloney 2. No good, rolls off the rim. Here comes Elrod looking to start the break. 3-on-3 now, 4-on-3 in the Wildcats' favor. Elrod back to the top of the key. Nat for 3, no. Rebound, Apum, back out. 3, no good. Hines rather, and the Wildcats are moving quickly into the transition with Richards, their leading scorer. Deloney in the corner. It's Richards. No dribble yet, picked up by Harrington. Now Elrod, long 3, off the side of the backboard, didn't even touch the rim. Richards with an offensive rebound and puts it up and in. What a first half for Donovan Richard.
The Wildcats have been forcing a lot of threes, but obviously
And Elrod!
Obviously we saw Richard He's getting in that paint, crashing the boards, getting those rebounds, and putting it up easy for them.
Bentley Elrod, an immediate answer, all bottom. Brendan Miller up and in. Nice little spinning left-handed finish by the senior. Lead up to 4 now. Harrington drive in, back out. Up home, free throw line off the front rim is no good. Rebounded by Hamilton. Here comes the Wildcats. And Brain, they've just been getting whatever they wanted offensively, pretty much this whole half, as Richard scores another easy layup.
Yeah, I mean, Saguaro's played tight defense at the top of the key, but as soon as that ball is driven into the paint, seems like they kind of take a step back. And as soon as that step's taken back, pass it in, and up it goes.
Elrod, heat check. Yes, sir. Lead back down to 3. Bentley Elrod, the sophomore, knocking down 2 clutch trays on the back-to-back possessions. Into the corner. And the Wildcats answer with a 3 of their own. It's the lefty, Oliver Rogers, from the right corner.
These Wildcats are not taking long. As soon as that ball's in their hand, it's going up.
Elrod gets the ball back in his hands. He wants another one. This is a long 2. This one is no good. Long. And Richard with the rebound. Back to him at the top of the key. Richard throws it down low to Miller, who couldn't get the handle on it. And the SaberCats come up with it. It's Nat.
Now right here is where they should be pushing it. They were slow getting back. You got to push it up the court, take those shots towards the rim.
Harrington down low to Elrod, who gets a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, going to the line for one more.
And that's what they need to continue doing. Feed those guys in the paint and force them to take those easy shot banks.
Time out on the floor.
Definitely a much.
And we are going to send it to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with you soon.
APAC, AA, PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
Hi, my name is Jeju Frey. I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism. I'm super excited to be interning with Varsity Sports Show. A little bit about myself. I'm an Arizona native.
In Scottsdale with 1:57 to go in this first half. SaberCats down 35-31 to the visiting Mesquite Wildcats. If you're just joining us, Johnny Fogel alongside Braden Solomon, Varsity Media Foundation on YouTube tonight, live from Scottsdale at Saguaro High School. Bentley Elrod, if you just missed it, is going to the line for an and one, looking to finish it. He's hit back-to-back threes, and now he goes to the line for one more, looking for 9 points in his last 3 possessions, is the sophomore, and he connects. He'll make the free throw, and he'll get subbed out for Naz Haley. Braden, what are you looking for on this possession from the Wildcats?
I just think just keep playing your style of basketball. It seems like around the edge of the court, it seems like they've been controlling it, but as soon as it's driving, easy shots.
And we're going to get a foul this time. Number 23, Albert Valier, is going to the line. The freshman, first time we've called his name, number 23. Foul picked up. 2 shots.
These big men have taken a lot of opportunities near the paint, whether that's an easy layup or a foul like he's shooting right now.
First free throw is no good from Valier, as Donovan Richard, who has 16 first half points for the Wildcats, number 24, checks back into the game. What a half for number 24.
He's been playing great basketball. He's not taking the threes. He's taking the easy bank shots.
Both free throws missed. Ends up being a good foul for the SaberCats, and they will move quickly into the front court. Harrington thought about the 3, didn't take it or dribble. Now SaberCats dribbling around. It's Haley. Now Harrington, top of the key, back to Apum. Harrington thinking about it. Down low on the free throw line. Foster, Harrington, catch and shoot 3. Tie game. What a shot by the conference's leading scorer.
And that's how you do it. Pass it, take that one more pass, and find the open man. And obviously Harrington was the guy to take the shot.
Deloney controlling it. Now it's Richard who's double teamed in the corner. He's going to float it and put it up and in. It's all about Donovan Richard, number 24 on the Wildcats.
Those floaters have been killer for Richard.
Foster to the rim, blocked, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Nice drive by the SaberCats as we get to a minute to go in this first half.
Yeah, now they're starting to play their style of basketball. Take it to the rim. If you get a foul, great. If you don't, put that ball in the hoop. They're playing their basketball.
And as a result of the absence of the senior Joe Miller, you're seeing a lot of players who are playing who wouldn't normally play. Number 10, Pierce Foster, as he makes the free throw. Talk about a Poom, who we were just talking about, number 13, and different players like this, Nat getting extra minutes as he misses the free throw. Haley gets the rebound. But how have you liked the rotation for the SaberCats so far? As Deloney moving quickly, no travel called.
It seems like it's been a good rotation. It seems like even though they're a little undersized today, they've really been matching up real against these big guys. Being able to slide over. Obviously, we've been seeing them playing a lot of 2-3 zone. So they're sliding over in the paint, and they're really holding their ground so far.
Foul called on Harrington that time. 46.7 seconds to go. 36-37. Wildcats lead. And the referee signaled that we're going to review this. I'm not sure.
That was a long review.
That was a long review, but it stays with the Wildcats. I'm not sure what he was signaling there, but it's inbounded. It's Garvin. Blocking foul called. Again, it's Harrington. 5th foul. Yep, it's Pierce Harrington. 5th foul. Will do it again under the basket. Number 3, Garvin will inbound the ball for the Wildcats.
Saguaro has been a little testy with their hands in these steals. They kind of been trying to get those forced pokes, forced steals, but they need to kind of slow it down and just play good defense.
Noah Garvin inbound. Richard, long 3. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Hines. Hines moving into a 1-on-2. Splits the defenders and hits the shot. Takes the lead for the SaberCats with under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes Garvin. Jordy with it on the right side. Inside to Miller. Miller lost the handle on it. Going the other way with 16.9. And the SaberCats getting a lot of momentum.
Yeah, they're just taking advantage now. They see the mistakes Mesquite's making. They're making their shots. And they're just coming out right now to end this half strong.
Here's Harrington looking at Coach Lemon. Looks like he wants him to hold it here for this last shot as we get to under 10 seconds. Conference's leading scorer with it. Kicks it to Haley. Harrington, top of the key. Haley, long 3, no good. And at the end of one half, the SaberCats up 38-37 on the Varsity Media Foundation. Johnny Fogel alongside Braden. And what do you think goes into this locker room speech from Coach Lemon?
I think just keep up what you were doing at the end of this half. Just keep the control, play your style of basketball, and just manage the clock however you got to.
And we're going to send it down to our field correspondent, Hannah Flanagan. What do you have for us, Hannah?
We've hit the halfway mark here at Saguaro, and they just took the lead in the second quarter, making some huge plays. Isaiah Knock, sophomore, made some huge threes, hoping to build momentum off of this home crowd and to keep the lead in this second half.
And we'll take it to halftime on that. Johnny, quick break. We'll be back in
Our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
My name is Johnny Fogel, and I'm interning with the Varsity Sports Network this spring. I'm a senior from Wisconsin, covering local sports across Tempe and the greater Phoenix area. I'm studying to become a professional journalist and/or sports broadcaster, and I'm excited to get closer to that goal by telling Tempe's best stories each and every week.
Hi, I'm Hannah Flanagan, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. This semester, I'll be working with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm a sports journalism major at Arizona State University with a focus in hockey broadcast, but I'm so excited to be covering all kinds of sports across the valley this semester, telling athletes' stories and gaining hands-on experience in sports media. I love creating new content, and I can't wait to be a part of an awesome team this semester.
Hello everyone, my name is Jalen Higgins, and I'm super excited to be one of the newest members of the Varsity Sports Show.
I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University, studying sports journalism. As a former high school and college athlete myself, I know how important sports are to every community, and I can't wait to tell those stories here in the Valley. For the Varsity Sports Show, I will be broadcasting games as well as sharing the top stories from your favorite teams each week. Until next time, I'm Jalen Higgins.
Hello there, my name is Marla Mundo, and I'm excited to come back to the Varsity Sports Show this semester. I am a junior at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, majoring in journalism.
I'm surprised it's not Sunday because it's been church all day long.
I want to work in sports media, and Varsity allows me to get my foot into the doorstep. I have reported on all things Vegas sports, and I can't wait to bring you more sporting news from Vegas.
Hi everyone, my name is Janice Reyes, and I will be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show this spring. I will be covering lots of sports in the Phoenix and surrounding areas. I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University, and I'm studying to earn my bachelor's degree in sports journalism. I'm excited to work with athletes and teams to help capture their journey and passion.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
Hi, my name is Jeju Frey. I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism. I'm super excited to be interning with Varsity Sports Show. A little bit about myself. I'm an Arizona native, so innately I'm a Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Suns fan. Another sport that I really enjoy watching is UFC. My end goal is to report for the UFC, something like what Megan Libby does.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Hill, one of your newest correspondents with the Varsity Sports Show this season. I'll be covering and producing local sports stories across the Valley, focusing on high school and college athletics. I'm a junior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to share the latest games, highlights, and stories from your community. Be sure to join me this spring on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Thomas Galbo, and I'm currently a junior at UNLV with a concentration in sports media.
Through UNLV, I have already got an idea of what it might look like working in the sports media field, and even started projects like my own podcast and taking photos and videos at the football and basketball games. But my overall goal is to play-by-play broadcast.
I am super excited to be part of the Varsity Sports Show and hope to bring you guys content very soon.
Hello, my name is Kyle Westlick, and I'm stoked to join the Varsity Sports Show team as an intern and bring you all the latest sports action and analysis from the greater Phoenix area. I am a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, and I spent this past semester as a part of the social media production team at Cronkite News. Join me in the Varsity Sports Show this semester as we dive into the world of sports.
Hello there, my name is Craig Baker, and I'm very excited to get started with the Varsity Sports Show this semester. I am currently a senior at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, majoring in journalism with a concentration in sports media. I love all sports, but especially baseball, football, and mixed martial arts. I want to work in sports media, and Varsity allows me to enter that realm. I'll be covering all Vegas sports and can't wait to bring you the big moments.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
And live from Scottsdale in the Saguaro Gym, Johnny Fogel alongside Braden Solomon. Varsity Media Foundation presents the Saguaro SaberCats versus the Mesquite Wildcats as we enter this second half, as I just mentioned, 38-37 for the SaberCats, but they were not winning. Basically that entire first half. Braden, what'd you see at the end of that first half that got them the lead going into the second half?
You know, like you said, it was definitely a rough start to the first portion of this half. A lot of sloppy offensive basketball, but then they started getting their own groove, slowing it down for themselves, taking the easy shots, taking the high percentage shots, and putting points up on the board. And obviously, we see they have a 1 point lead.
And I understand, Braden, that you have a player spotlight for who made a difference in that first half.
Yes, so the player spotlight for that first half will be Saguaro's own Pierce Harrington. Pierce had a really strong half in that first half. He was able to get a lot of points, whether that's behind the arc or driving it to the rim. He was able to facilitate Saguaro's offense and give them this 1 point lead heading into the second half.
Pierce Harrington had a good first half, but I'd be remiss if we didn't mention number 24 on the other team, Donovan Richard, who had an 18-point first half along with 7 offensive rebounds. How about the senior, number 24?
He has been a backdoor demon for this Wildcat team so far. They have found him on so many backdoor cuts. Him just being open and the Saguaro defenders in the paint have just not been coming up with any stops for him.
He averages 5.3 rebounds per game, which is the team leader, but 7 in the first half. He's looking like he's well on his way to a career night and on his way to a double-double if he keeps playing the way that he's playing. What are your keys for this second half for the SaberCats, Braden?
I think just continue playing how you finished that first half. Play your style of basketball. Find the guys that can lead your offense and just on defensively switch over, play your zones, and you'll be just fine.
And we've got about a minute before we get this second half going. What do you think? And we'll speculate. Got some more time to fill. What do you think Coach Lemon said? And as we said at the top of the broadcast, Coach Ramirez is not here tonight, so Brock Lemon is filling in for the SaberCats. You said it wasn't going to make that big of a difference. You were right so far. How do you think it affects them, if at all, in the second half? And what do you think they talked about at halftime?
I think maybe, if anything, that would be affected is just the same voice you're hearing. Like, whether what Coach Lucas Ramirez says for every game, it doesn't even matter what he's exactly saying, but just hearing his voice, maybe that would be the only thing. But I think what he's telling them is just play your place of basketball, play your style of basketball. You guys know how to win games, and you guys have a lead right now, and let's continue and extend this lead.
Let's switch sides and let's get this second half going. Bentley Elrod with the ball, top of the key. Harrington for 3. And just as we talked about, it must have saw the player spotlight. Gets the second half off to a good start for the SaberCats. 41-37, 3's on the board. Here's Crew Jordy. Jordy top of the key for the Wildcats to Garvin. Garvin down low. Richard, who we talked about, but he's blocked by Elrod. We're staying here. Good defense from the sophomore.
Yeah, they started tying it up right there. They're not really giving him many opportunities so far. It seems like they're trying to shut him down and force other guys to try to get them points.
Deloney inbound to Miller, who we didn't talk about, who misses, but he had a big first half for the Wildcats. 2-on-1, Harrington to the rim, up and in, and 1. Nice start for number 5, Pierce Harrington, and the player spotlight must be some good juju from the Varsity Media Foundation presentation. What do you think?
Yeah, it seems like he is picked up right where he left off in that end of the first half. He is not giving them any chances, whether that's behind the arc in his first 3 he had in the second half, and this and 1 opportunity he just had.
Misses the free throw, but Pierce Harrington, 5 points to start this quarter. We're only 40 seconds into it as the SaberCats take a 43-37 lead with the Wildcats moving it up and down the court now. Garvin driving on the left side. Fall away is good. Tough shot.
That's one thing the Wildcats have been doing. They've been taking a lot of tough shots, but they're just really good quality looks they've been taking.
And that layup is no good from Haley. Wildcats moving as quick as possible. Layup is up and good for Taj Deloney. He'll go to the line for one more, another and one. And it's getting quicker and quicker, starting to turn into a track meet in the second half. Who does this pace benefit more, Braden?
I think it honestly benefits Swallow more because it seems like they're comfortable pushing the pace. They have no problem pushing the pace, slowing it down. They're running at their own pace right now.
And quick clarification, it looked like he was fouled on the shot. Instead, they inbounded to Richard, who missed it. It was a foul on the ground, and the ball goes out of bounds. We're going the other way, SaberCats ball.
Saguaro has really started tightening it up when they've been driving towards the net. They're putting their hand up, forcing them to take a tough shot and just avoiding that foul call.
Here's Harrington to Nat. We haven't called his name in the second half yet. Haley spinning, fall away, one-legged shot. Tough fall away for the sophomore number one. Garvin pull up three. That one's no good. Rebound by Nat over the back on Richard. And it's been all SaberCats to start this second half. And you can hear the cheers from the crowd, much to their delight as well.
Yeah, they're playing as if that first half never ended. As if that momentum they've had is just carried on into the start of the third quarter, excuse me.
Elrod down low to Haley. Foul called, another one on Richard. Back-to-back possessions. First on the offensive, now the defensive end. And it'll be an inbound under the basket. Harrington will do it.
Mesquite they've really started to kind of play how Saguaro started in the first half. Just really sloppy basketball, not really playing their style of game. And obviously with the score right now, this lead is extending in favor of Saguaro.
And the leading scorer subbed off for the Wildcats in favor of Hamilton because he's in foul trouble now. Harrington! That's unfair and one. Put a little English on his left-handed layup. And the conference's leading scorer is on fire to start this second half.
He is doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and wherever he wants right now.
Timeout on the floor for the Wildcats. Big cheer for Pierce Harrington, who has 11 points to start this second half. What have you seen so far from the SaberCats?
Really, just Harrington specifically, he is showing.
And I hate to cut you off, Braden, but we're going to send it down to the field correspondent, Hannah, now.
Sophomore Pierce Harrington capitalized on some huge plays here in the third quarter, keeping the SaberCats in the lead.
Thanks, Hannah. What are you looking for from the Wildcats as we've been talking about the SaberCats? What are you looking for from the Wildcats coming out of this timeout as Harrington will go to the line to finish his and one?
You know, I'm just looking for their coach to say, you know what, guys, slow it down. This is not our style of basketball. We know how to play our game of basketball. Let's play that game, and let's trim this lead and get back into this ballgame.
So, one shot, 47-39, SaberCats lead. It's been all about Pierce Harrington, number 5, the conference's leading scorer to start the second half. Last time out against these Wildcats, he scored 26. He's looking like he's on his way there again today.
He is playing some unstoppable basketball so far.
Free throw is up and rolls off, no good. Justice Hines fighting for the offensive rebound. Not going to get it, but Brock Lemon claps, little effort foul, and it will be Wildcats ball. Moving it the other way, down 8.
Definitely some good sportsmanship from Brady Miller helping up Hines after that, after that trip over there.
Garvin splitting, looking for Deloney. Deloney at the free throw line. The lefty puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Miller. Can't corral it. Here's Haley moving quickly, driving right up with his left hand. No good. Rebound Hines. Hines up. It rolls off the rim. Rebound. No, but Haley going to the line for 2 shots. And that's some awesome effort right there from the SaberCats.
Yeah, there's that second chance opportunity we've been talking about. Saguaro needs to get those rebounds, stay in the paint, and manage their control right there. And like we see, get to the free throw line if need be.
The sophomore number 1, Naz Haley at the line, sinks the first one, averaging 18.8 points per game. The second leading scorer on the team and in the conference. 5 rebounds a game. Also first on the team Such a valuable contributor as he hits both free throws to put the SaberCats up by 10, their largest lead. Deloney to Garvin, back to Deloney. Garvin, long three. This one is butter.
Big shot for the Wildcats to kind of trim this lead. They just need to get that shot and slow this game down for themselves.
And Harrington, I don't know if you've noticed, Brendan, has started to dribble up and down the court with a smile on his face as this layup is up and good for Justice Hines with the left. Starting to feel a little bit of confidence for the SaberCats.
Yeah, when everything's working for Harrington, why not be smiling? You know you're confident in your game, you're confident in your dribble, and you're confident in that shot.
Deloney gives it to Garvin in the same spot he just hit it from. Cross-court pass to Jordy, who drives. They're going to call... Yep, they're going to call a block. I delayed my broadcasting because I wasn't sure if he had stepped out or they were calling a block, but it will be Wildcats ball under the basket with 4:55 to go in the third quarter. Deloney to inbound. Deloney looking for somewhere to go. Throws it into Miller, who basically makes a Randy Moss on the sideline, but fumbles it up ahead to Harrington, who throws it up and down. One-handed stuff. Didn't know he could get up like that.
Yeah, Saguaro is starting to take this game over. They're just playing quality basketball, mistake-free basketball, and just taking advantage of all the mistakes that so far the Wildcats are making.
Jordy up and good. Quick answer for the Wildcats, but Harrington quickly up to Apum with the left. It's up and it's good. Everything going for the SaberCats in this third quarter.
They are playing Saguaro SaberCat basketball right now, taking all their great opportunities and playing good defense.
Here's Crew Jordy, the senior point guard, now to Deloney. Jordy with a little bit of space, guarded by Haley. Garvin, long three, another one. This one off the front rim, rebounded by Elrod. Up to Harrington, who's looking to move quickly. 3-on-3 into the front court. Spin move at the free throw line. Lost the ball. Got it back. Up and good.
He is doing whatever he wants right now. It seems like when the Wildcats are taking these long-range shots, it seems like the SaberCats are just, saying, take it. We're confident in our basketball right now. We're confident you're not going to make it. We're confident we're going to go down and score another point.
A 16-point quarter for the sophomore, who's also the conference's leading scorer, Garvin. Another three. This one is good. He's hit 2 of his last 3, and the lead cut back down to 10.
He has started to become a big factor for this Wildcats offense.
Here's Harrington barking. Screen from Elrod, top of the key. Sets, fires a 3 off the front rim. Is rebounded by Hamilton of the Wildcats. Just about 3 minutes to go as Garvin, who's been on a little bit of a heat check, takes the ball up for the Wildcats. Down to Miller. Miller, nice fake pass, but he lost the handle on the ball. And here comes Haley moving 2-on-2. One-handed stuffed for the SaberCats. Timeout. Whoa.
Turnovers have become a huge thing so far for the SaberCats. They're taking all those opportunities. Any of those loose pokes they can take, they're taking them and pushing it up the court.
No head coach, no problem. And we'll send it down. We're not sending it down. And that's my fault, ladies and gentlemen. But SaberCats looking fantastic. They've only missed 2 shots in this quarter. And Pierce Harrington has 16 of those points. What's been the most impressive thing about the team, Braden?
I just think their pace. They're playing at a faster pace, a higher pace, and whenever they have an opportunity to get a breakaway fast point shot, they are taking it with no hesitation so far.
2:54 remaining in the third quarter, 59-47. Huge quarter for the hometown SaberCats. They'll make a couple of changes, but keep the lineup mostly the same. Harrington stays on the court with Haley, Hines, Nat, and Apum. And the Wildcats have the ball. Moving quickly. Jordy to Garvin, who's hit a couple of threes in this quarter. 3 threes on the game. Back out to Richards. Garvin, another quick release 3. No good rebound by Richard, who checked back in the game. The team's leading scorer, not the game's leading scorer anymore because of Harrington. Richard, corner pass. Jordy 3. No. Rebound as Nat fell down. Rebound Haley. And the SaberCats moving. Shot no good, but Haley will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, it seems like Saguaro has no problem getting a foul right here. It seems like they're comfortable taking it to the rim, trying to force contact and take the easy 2 if they can.
And Nas Haley will go back to the free throw line as we talked about the conference's second leading scorer at just under 19 points per game. He just hit his last 2 free throws. Such an impressive player. So integral to this team as he hits his first free throw to take the lead to 13.
Yeah, it seems like Pierce is like their guy they go to facilitate the offense, but then Haley is their guy they lean on if they need an easy bucket, a tough bucket. It seems like he's their guy they go to.
Haley misses the second one, rebounded by Richard, who had 18 first half points for the Wildcats. Hasn't scored in the second half because of 2 fouls he picked up in the first couple of minutes. Here's Hamilton down low, looking for someone, spinning on Hines. Lefty layup is no good, rebounded by Hines. And the SaberCats are moving quickly again into the 5-on-4. Hines split 2 defenders, one-handed pass. Haley with a layup. What incredible fast break play by the senior.
They are really just taking advantage of every opportunity they have so far. I mean, they're giving them 0 second chance opportunities. They're shutting down, blocking them out, taking those easy defensive rebounds and pushing it up.
And Garvin will go to the line for 2 shots. And let's, after this Garvin free throw, I want to take a look at that replay right there. Incredible play by Justice Hines. Gets the rebound, takes it coast to coast, and makes a one-handed underhand pass. Rebounded by his running mate. And the SaberCats are moving quickly again into the 5-on-4.
Like
Hines split 2 defenders, one-handed pass.
Just saw it. They're just really
Haley with a layup.
They're
What?
They're playing loose basketball, taking the easy shots. If they want to make it look flaunty, they're making it look flaunty, and they're scoring. So there's no problem so far with SaberCats offense.
Garvin sinks a pair. 62-49, under 2 to go here in Scottsdale. Saguaro leads. Here's Harrington with it. What a quarter for him, 16-point quarter. No dribbles, corner 3, it's Haley, catch and shoot. The crowd will tell you what happened. I'll tell you too. Another 3 for the SaberCats.
Everything is dropping so far for these SaberCats. This has been an electric quarter for them so far.
And Garvin said, don't forget about me. What a quarter for him. Noah Garvin.
He has been their guy. If Jordy's looking for an open shot, he has been their guy they go to so far.
And if the Wildcats are going to find a way to claw back into this game, he'll be a huge reason why. As the SaberCats with some nice passing, Phil Jackson would be proud on the cut. Haley with the left.
They're just taking that extra pass. If they see they don't have the shot and they see another guy does, they're taking that and they have no problem giving it off.
Garvin pointing at the ground, even down 15, drives to the rim. They can't stop him. Noah Garvin, a man on a mission tonight, down 13 as Harrington stripped of the ball, staying here with 42 seconds to go. But how about Noah Garvin?
Yeah, he has been their guy for this quarter so far. Whether it's behind the arc, by the paint, he is their guy they're going to so far, and he's their number one reason they're still in this game.
Harrington inbound to Elrod, who missed the 3, but Harrington came in, got the offensive rebound. Him and Haley fought over possession, and they get called for a travel. Never seen a congruent travel, but there is a first for everything, Braden.
No, yeah, it seemed like it could have been a costly turnover, but if Saguaro can just slow their defense down, shift over, play their zones, they should be just fine at the end of this third.
36 seconds to go in this third quarter as Jordy takes it up to Garvin, who's been on fire in this third quarter. Back up to Jordy, who's got a ton of free space. Garvin thinking about the shot. Now guarded by Harrington, the 2 stars of the teams. Garvin pull up 3, misses off the front rim, rebounded by Harrington, goes through his legs, pushed it ahead to Hines. He's going to be tripped up and fouled with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Looked like it could have been a highlight reel play for Justice Hines, but a foul on Oliver Rogers, the senior guard of the Wildcats.
Yeah, it seems like they have no problem taking these fast breaks. As soon as they got 2 guys down that court, they were feeding it up so quickly and trying to take those easy baskets. And if obviously we see Harrington at the free throw line, they have no problem taking those free throws.
And Harrington to the line for 2 shots. Sinks the first one, lead back up to 14. A 17-point quarter for the sophomore, the conference's leading scorer. Such an impressive game and quarter for Pierce Harrington.
Yeah, he has been the dominant factor in this third quarter so far.
Makes both free throws, lead at its highest point. Here comes Noah Garvin. Baseball pass deflected. Back up to Harrington. Layup, scoop, up, and good with the left. Here comes Garvin at half court. Crosses the timeline. Long three. Air ball. And at the end of three, Saguaro up 71-54. Pierce Harrington, 19 points in the quarter. Wow, wow, wow. And we will send it down to our field correspondent, Hannah Flanagan, who's got an update down on the court. Hannah.
Sophomores Haley and Harrington were huge playmakers here in this third quarter, putting the SaberCats up by 13, hoping to keep that lead going into the fourth.
Quick correction, the SaberCats lead by 17 as we enter this fourth quarter, 71-54. And if you're just joining us entering the fourth quarter live from Scottsdale, Johnny Fogle alongside Braden Solomon on the Varsity Media Foundation. If you're listening, appreciate it on YouTube. But this game was 39-38 at half in favor of the SaberCats. What switch did they flip?
I think really it's just the ball security by the Wildcats. They were very loose with the ball, really no control, and it seemed like turnovers were just automatic for them on most of their possessions. And Saguaro just took advantage of those easy opportunities, and that's why they got a 17-point lead.
And speaking of 17, well, actually, we should add 2 to it. 19-point quarter for Pierce Harrington, who averages 20. We knew he was capable of it. You and I haven't been here in person to see it until now. What's impressed you so much about the sophomore Pierce Harrington?
I just think his confidence. As soon as he gets those first couple shots going, his confidence goes up, and he has no problem doing whatever he needs to do.
Wildcats will start with the ball down 17. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Noah Garvin, who had such an impressive third quarter for the Wildcats. Unfortunately down 17, but he was hitting shot after shot in that third quarter, Braden.
Yeah, he had no fear pulling up from deep. He was
Harrington.
like 40 feet away.
Called for the travel. Apologies.
No problem. He was taking a lot of those like deep threes because he was confident in his shot, and obviously we saw he made a couple of those.
Crew Jordy moving it up quickly for the Wildcats. This one's to Richards. Garvin covered by Foster. Donovan Richard, number 24, to the rim. Finishes with the right, and he's back into the scorer's column. 18 first half points. He was in foul trouble in that third quarter, so he didn't. Oh, man. Got to cut myself off as Harrington going to the line for one more. Another and one from Pierce Harrington.
Like I said earlier, his confidence is through the roof right now so far. He is playing basketball however he wants. He is taking it to the rim, and he is brushing through that contact with ease so far.
And you wouldn't believe that Donovan Richard, number 24 for the Wildcats, has 20 points today. Garvin has 20 points today. They're only at 56 as a team, and they're down 17 on the road as Harrington misses the free throw.
Yeah, it seems like the support for them, they just have not been there. They're not really dropping shots, not really moving well, and just it seems like those two guys are the ones that are just producing the most so far.
Down low, back out to Garvin, who's going to go up, blocked out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Harrington. Disagrees with the call. No, they're going to call it on Foster. Block. And we'll see if it is 2 shots for Noah Garvin.
Yeah, the Wildcats just need to continue doing that. Just take it to the rim. They need to stop settling for those threes. Right now, they just need to take their points and trim this lead as much as they can.
Garvin knocks down the first free throw as 23 Albert Valier, whose name we haven't called in a while for the Wildcats, comes out for Braden Miller, senior, number 32, as Garvin sinks a pair, cuts the lead back down to 15. As Garvin will finally sit down. He's been in for a marathon of time as Taj Deloney comes back in.
Yeah, let's see what this new lineup is going to do, because they need to start trimming this lead. With it being a 15-point lead, they need to slow the game down for themselves.
Harrington had to cut you off there, partner, after a dirty-looking pass, but it's an incomplete pass as the Wildcats come back down the court and score. It's Jordy lead down to 13 now. And this is a beneficial pace for the Wildcats if they want to cut this lead down even further, isn't it, Braden?
Yeah, and especially for them, they just need these stops. They need to force them to take bad shots, push it up the court, and take their high percentage shots that they can.
And Crew Jordy working on his cursive. A lot of English on that shot. Lead down to 11.
Saguaro right here needs to just slow the game down. With this lead, they need to start running some clock, slow it down, and then find the open guy for a shot.
Harrington in the corner, pass to Foster, who lost the handle on the ball. And here come the Wildcats. Ball thrown away to Richards. Richards keeps it in bounds, but it's recovered by the SaberCats. Big blunder there by the Cats. And here comes Hines to the rim, up and good. Timeout, SaberCats. And that was, as I was saying, as you were probably going to agree with, a huge blunder by the Wildcats.
Yeah, it seems like they started to kind of find their pace and their rhythm. But I think they need to stop kind of forcing and rushing these plays. They need to slow the game down for themselves, take those shots, and start trimming against this lead.
75-62, 5:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. SaberCats lead home here in Scottsdale at Saguaro High School. And we're going to take a very quick break before the home stretch. You're listening to Varsity
Is that
Media
I was
Foundation.
my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
Hi, my name is Jeju Frey. I'm currently a senior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism. I'm super excited to be interning with Varsity Sports Show. A little bit about myself. I'm an Arizona native.
Wildcats ball as we join you, down 13 with 5:43 to go. Deloney with it up to the senior Jordy. Splits two defenders, kicks it out to Richard. A three from the wing is no good. Rebound by Richard is good. Rogers correction, and the basket is good by Richard, and the lead is back down to 11.
Yeah, it seems like Mesquite is starting to apply pressure on Saguaro, forcing them to take the shots, and then when they got the ball, they're just getting those extra rebounds and putting up easy shots.
Hines kicks to the corner, pass to Elrod, wing three, all nets for Bentley Elrod. Lead back up to 14, much needed for the Cats.
Yeah, they're playing that one more mentality. Find that one more pass and take that open shot.
Here's Deloney with a three of his own, no good, rebounded by Harrington. And the Cats will slow down with under 5 minutes to go. Correction, here comes Elrod down the court. And the lead's back up to 16 after a baseball pass from Pierce Harrington to Bentley Elrod.
Whether it's him taking a shot or finding open man, he is playing his role perfectly tonight.
Richard missed the three down low. Ball is fought for. They're going to call out of bounds on Brendan Miller, going the other way, and the Cats take possession up 16 with 4:32 to go.
They have been holding this physical tone throughout the majority of this game, pretty much. They have decided that this is our game to win, and you guys got to come and take it from us.
Up to 80 points now. Such an impressive performance from these sophomores. Bentley Elrod, Naz Haley, Pierce Harrington. They just bring so much, and they're able to play at this frenetic pace the whole time. Just looking to close this out as Haley into him, lead back up to 18. It was 11 a couple minutes ago. I remember it. I know you do too. And that might be the knockout punch for the Cats. Spin move on the baseline. It's Roger. Finds Richard. Three. Good. And don't go away yet, said the Wildcat. Another timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we got some talking between Richard and Haley. It seems like they kind of have some disagreements going on so far.
We're going to take it to a quick break. We'll be back
One
with
of
you
their
shortly.
amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kinney and I'm a junior at ASU and I'm interning in this spring for the Varsity Sports Show. I've played sports a lot of my life, basketball, soccer, baseball, so it's interesting going from playing sports.
Back in Scottsdale, SaberCats of Saguaro up 82-67 over the Mesquite Wildcats. You're listening to Varsity Media Foundation. Johnny Fogel alongside Braden Solomon. Glad you can be with us on a Tuesday night. Bentley Elrod under his own basket to inbound it. Back to him from Haley. Back to Haley. And pressing now from the Wildcats.
Yeah, it seems like right now is a time where Mesquite's got to start getting aggressive. With this being a 15-point lead with 3 minutes left, they got to start applying pressure and forcing them to take shots.
Haley gets called for the travel. thought he got away with it cleanly as Apum was in for the moment. Nat subs out and Justice Hines comes back in. Quickly moving it up for the Wildcats is Jordy off the screen. Jordy. Someone is down. It seems like the broadcast is still up. I can still hear myself. Some slight technical difficulties as Oliver Rogers looked like he rolled his ankle there. He's going to stay on the court. Deep breaths. And Noah Garvin going to come and sub in for him. The junior Noah Garvin, who's had a fantastic game. Oliver Rogers comes off. 15-point game. Here comes Deloney to Garvin. Screen. Deloney splitting defenders. Tough shot is good. And he is so good at that free-throw line jumper, isn't he?
Yeah, the trio of Gordy, Deloney, and Craven, they've been taking really good shots tonight. Even though it's been a tough game for them so far, they've taken the easy, good quality shots.
And Apum, they're going to call a block in the corner. Only the second foul of the quarter for the Wildcats. And they're going to call it on number 32, Braden Miller. Haley with it into Harrington. Harrington splitting three defenders, going around them. Hines in the corner for three, leaves it everything there. Air ball. Deloney quickly down the court. Braden Miller puts it up and in. Quick 7-0 run and leads back down to 11.
And that's what they need to do. Whenever Saguaro makes a mistake, Mesquite just needs to take that mistake and turn it into a positive thing for themselves.
Nat, long three. Yes, sir. Lead back to 14. Could that put the Wildcats away? Jordy says no. Jordy down the court hits a three. Lead back to 11 with 2:29 to go. Braden, they just won't go away.
No, it seems like they have so much fight in them. Yes, defensively they've kind of been a little lackadaisical, but offensively they are still right there taking shots and trying to cut this lead to a closer point game.
We're gonna send it down to our field correspondent Hannah Flanagan. What you got, Hannah?
Saguaro is continuing to stay strong in this fourth quarter, leading by 11, hoping to get that win tonight.
And if you're just joining us, 85-74, 2:29 to go, live in Scottsdale. Saguaro leads the Mesquite Wildcats. It's been a good one. Pierce Harrington, the conference's leading scorer, has been fantastic, hasn't he, Braden?
Yeah, he's been doing, like I said earlier, he's been doing whatever he wants, whether it's at the three-point line, by the free throw line, or even in the paint. He is taking high-quality shots, and obviously, like you said, he is putting up points tonight.
Harrington gets it to Nat in the backcourt. They cross the line. Here's Haley to Nat. Hines just looking to close these Wildcats out who refuse to go away as Elrod launches a three, no good. Harrington fought for the offensive rebound. Not going to get it, but they call a jump ball. Will stay here in the corner.
Yeah, they really want to shut this game down. They don't want to give Mesquite any opportunities to trim this lead. They want to shut it down and end this game and come out with a victory.
Harrington inbound to Nat, who just hit the three. Now to Hines, who's looking for space, dribbles around at the free throw line. Going to call the foul on Crew Jordy. We'll see if it's on the line if they give him the continuation. Seems like it was on the ground. And yes, it will be. Hines will inbound under the basket.
So all right here, they just need to finish this game strong. They don't need to give Mesquite any opportunities, no easy buckets, just play their style of basketball and finish this game strong.
Hines inbound to Elrod. Circling is Harrington. He's had such a great game, as we mentioned. Now he's doubled by Jordy and Deloney. Deloney took it away. Deloney going the other way, blocked at the rim. Swatted off the glass by Harrington. What else can this kid do? Harrington, corner pass, Nat three. What a highlight for Pierce Harrington. Doing it all tonight.
That's why he's the leading scorer in the conference, and that's why he is their guy for the Saguaro SaberCats team.
Jordy, oh, and they throw it away. Harrington was open, and they throw the ball way over his head. And let's see if we can get a replay on that block and then assist from Harrington. How tremendous is that? Harrington has had such a great game, as we mentioned, and now he's doubled by Jordy and Deloney. Deloney took it away. Look at this Deloney going the other way, blocked at the rim, swatted off the glass. Fantastic execution as the lead's cut down to 10 by the Wildcats. So we've seen 3s and 1s, blocks, great passes. What can't this kid do as he kicks another one out, but this one is turned over, so I guess he can do everything as Jordy takes another long 3, no good. Rebound, Elrod.
Seems like the SaberCats defense is getting a little lackadaisical, but seems like because they're being so lackadaisical, seems like also the Mesquite's offense has been lackadaisical, so just chucking up shots, not really taking their type of shots they're known to take. It seems like this game is just starting to get away from them.
And Pierce Harrington subbed off for a Poom this time. Harrington arguing with his coaches about it. As Hines down low to Elrod, a two-handed emphatic stuff. How about an exclamation point from the sophomore?
Yeah, Saguaro, ever since really when they, at the end of that first half, when they started getting into their role, getting to their groove and getting this lead, they really have not let go. As soon as that lead came, they said, you know what, this is our lead, we're going to win this game at home, and they have no chance to come back.
Layup is up and good by Crew Jordy, who also has had a pretty productive game from a scoring perspective, as Garvin will wrap up Hines.
Yeah, even though this is a 10-point game, Mesquite played a really good game today. They had a lot of guys that were taking tough shots, getting good looks, and even though they're coming up short today, they have a lot to be proud of.
Very high-scoring game for a high school game, no less.
Yeah, very high-scoring.
As Hines will go to the line for 2 shots. The shot by the senior is good. Harrington checks back into the game. Isaac Nat, who hit a couple of big 3s in this quarter, sits down. Some high fives from his bench. As Haley knocks down a pair to put the SaberCats up 12 with 30 seconds to go. Jordy, another 3. Rebound, Haley. Let's see if they foul. Hines still trying to score here and dribbles the ball out of bounds. You'd think maybe Brock Lemon would tell him ease off, but every coach has their own preferences. Could be the last possession of the game for the Wildcats. Long 3 from Jordy. A follow-up dunk from Richard. Whoa. And that will be all. The clock stopped working for a moment. Apologies, folks. And Haley will throw it down. Doesn't count. And your final here in Scottsdale, Saguaro SaberCats 92, the Mesquite Wildcats 82. For Johnny Fogle alongside Braden Solomon, this has been Varsity Media Foundation's presentation of high school basketball. We're going to send it down to Hannah Flanagan for Player of the Game in a bit. But first, Braden, what's next for Saguaro?
I think just continuing this momentum. Now they're on a 2-game win streak. I think you got to go in their next game, play the same way, and just build off of this game and continue building throughout the rest of this season.
And if their coach Ramirez misses extended time, didn't seem like it affected them too much.
No, it seemed like they just still played their style of basketball. It seemed like even though Coach Ramirez wasn't here, they know that with their game plan, with the work that they put in all throughout this year so far, they can come out here and get the job done.
And especially when you have Pierce Harrington and Nas Haley, the 2 leading scorers in the conference, that not only is going to bode well without your coach, but going forward with the playoffs, different things like this. And Pierce Harrington arguing with his coach as our Hannah Flanagan tries to interview him for Player of the Game. Spoiler that Pierce Harrington, as we talked about throughout the broadcast, was fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
And you'll have to catch that interview for Pierce Harrington, player of the game, on social media, because we have run out of time on our broadcast. For Johnny Fogel alongside Braden Solomon, this has been the Varsity Media Foundation's presentation of high school basketball here in Scottsdale. Thanks so much for listening, and have a good rest of your Tuesday.